What's up, warriors? Today I wanted to talk about patience, how to be patient or the definition of patience. The people that are on my team, they got to hear this too, because, those are the ones that I deal with the most. And, but the thing is that, we got to see what patient really is, Being patient doesn't necessarily means that, you ain't getting the results that you're after. Patience is just the definition of, a person that, wants it quick, so when you're not patient, you're obviously trying to rush the process, trying to rush something that, it's not going to happen overnight. Being impatient is something that you're trying to obtain that you haven't earned yet, so you're impatient. When you're impatient, that shit right there, it stops you from, accomplishing a lot of shit, because what happens to a lot of people, that's one of the reasons why they quit, because they're not patient. Seeing patient as, as a tool to understand that, what, I have to be patient in this area because, this area here, I don't know nothing about. This area here is new to me. So once you start seeing patient as, something beneficial towards, what you're trying to do, so you could understand that, being patient, it's not being impatient is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing in a sense that, obviously everybody wants results right away. Obviously, people want to see changes, but the thing is that they want to see drastic changes. That's the problem. And when I talk to my clients, and these results that, they're not extreme, that's when, impatient comes into play, because they're like, man, like my stomach's, there's still, I still have that stubborn fat on my stomach, but then they talk about, but my shoulders are looking good, my chest, I see more definition on my chest, my arms. I'm like, there it is. That's progress. You forget about, progress. Every time that you, feel a certain way, you look in the mirror and you see changes, that's progress. Progress is what's gonna trump, being impatient, because the whole key here is about getting the results that you're after, and obviously in a timely manner. Every result that you get is earned. That's why when you reach a level of your physique that's, obviously amazing to you, amazing to other people, you feel different. You walk different. You're proud. You're more confident. Why? Because that is earned. It wasn't just obtained overnight. It wasn't just given to you. So obviously it's a whole different feeling. But a lot of people, they forget. They think it's something that you should get right away. You think you should be somewhere that that you should be somewhere you're not. And the problem here is that a lot of people forget about how long it took you to get to that place where you're at, whether it's, physically, whether it's financially, whether it's mentally, how long did it take you for you to dig yourself in that hole? So what makes you think that overnight you're going to be this success story, or overnight you're going to be, rich, or overnight you're going to, have an amazing physique? A lot of people don't understand, and that's where, that's one of the problems that we have, because we get nowhere like that. We always want to try different things because we weren't, patient enough to stick around and trust the process and figure out, the things that we had to do to keep on pushing forward. As soon as something goes wrong, everything goes out the window. As soon as you feel a little discomfort, you start going the other way. You start regressing. You start going backwards. All that stems from being impatient. You're not patient enough to know that there's steps to take. That's why you gotta love the journey. You gotta love, the feeling when you go to the gym. If you go, towards the feeling, chasing the feeling of you feeling proud, not chasing the result, because this is where everybody gets twisted. When you go out there just chasing the results, trying to work harder, trying to work extreme, trying to, lift heavy weight because you're chasing the result. There's a process to this. There's a structured plan that you need to follow. And a lot of people, they overexceed that. They pick up more weight than they could handle, so they get injured. Now it's a big old setback. So instead of progressing, you're regressing. All that stems from rushing the process and not being patient. So patient is it's a big word, but it's all on your perspective of how you see that. Like me, I learned to be patient, and impatient, because impatient, impatient, the way I see it, it's only going to push me further, because obviously I want to get to that end goal a lot quicker. So I got to be impatient, so that's, impatient meaning, I got to work towards it every day. There's things you got to do to get to that destination. So I'm impatient, going, towards that, but there's steps you got to take. People are impatient, and as soon as they don't get it, they tap out. As soon as they don't get it, they'll try to see something else and see if that's easier. Everybody wants to look for the easiest route, knowing that, you need to be impatient, but impatient meaning to follow that blueprint that that got people results. That people got these amazing transformation by following a blueprint that was handed to you. You ain't no different. They ain't no different. They ain't special. You ain't special in the sense that, we could all get there. There's always going to be, that route that you take. If that person did it, obviously you could do it also, but sometimes there's a lot of factors that come into play. A lot of people have been working out for a long time, then they let themselves go. Now we get their nutrition on check. They have muscle memory, so they start getting results quicker. People that haven't worked out for years, now it's going to take a little bit longer to get, that muscle building, to get that fat loss that they want. But now, it's just, like I said, there's different, there's different ways to see this, so obviously you always got to choose the best route that's going to benefit you, so you got to understand what benefits you. Is it going to benefit you complaining about it? Is it going to benefit you whining about it? No, you got to see it as, okay, you know what? I got to put in the work. This shit's earned. I've been letting myself go for so many years that I know damn well that, it's not going to happen overnight. So you put in your head that I know that I got to be impatient working towards that. I got to be impatient by always wanting, to wake up in the morning ready to hit my workouts, ready to hit my meals. Be impatient in that manner. Don't be impatient by actually trying to rush the process, not getting what you want, and then trying to deviate from the plan and go somewhere else, or stop on what you're doing because you think it doesn't work. I got a lot of people like this. Sometimes they stick around for 3 months and then they're like, oh man, okay, well, I must try something new. Or, after they already lost like 40, 50 pounds, but then now they want to go try something new, like if it's going to even be, a quicker result. If you know that you already lost some weight with this blueprint, all it is that you got to stick around longer. You got to be committed for life. And when a person knows that they're committed for life, you got to understand that, it's never going to be optimal. It's never going to be perfect. So once you get that in your head, that there's going to be challenges coming your way. You're going to go through ups and downs, through hurdles, but when you're following a blueprint, you don't deviate from the plan. You just keep on, bobbing and weaving, dodging all these challenges that you get and overcoming them. That's what you have to put in your head. Those are challenges that going to build you, that are going to test you. When those tests come your way, you're going to be ready for it, because you have the blueprint, the guidance to keep on smashing, keep on pushing. But that guy that's impatient in the wrong manner, well, right away he thinks, okay, well, I'm going the wrong path, the wrong route. Let me try this one. This seems like it's much better. This seems like it's gonna work. You start confusing yourself. That's where a lot of people, they just, the problem here is that we have too many choices. That's one of the problems. Here, the problem is that, all these choices that we have actually hinders us, because we have so many choices that we get just out of control. We get sidetracked real easy. Stick to a plan, stick to the process, and smash. That's what's going to get you there. People that get results here on my team, they don't deviate. They don't question nothing. They just know that, hey, that person got results, so why can't I? So all I know is that, hey, big dog, hand me the blueprint, I'm going to smash. Because if that person did it, I should be able to do it too. Let's run it. Don't cut yourself short. Remember, be impatient, but in the sense that it's going to push you further. Let's run it.